Hi, guys. Welcome back to the water signs week ahead for the week of March 8th through the 14th for my Cancers, Scorpios, and Pisces. Hello, hello, hello. This is a forecast for you guys. So, this week, I know you're ruled by your emotion and intuition, and with the retrograde in your sign, Pisces, a water sign, comes with some deep wisdom. The universe's energy is going to feel really powerful for you all, and it's just stirring a lot of emotion, spiritual clarity, and some important turning points in your life, in your relationships, and just the personal directions you want to go in. So, let's dive in and see what the universe has in store for you. And this week's energy carries a strong introspective and intuitive vibration for you water signs. The sun is moving through Pisces season, which amplifies emotional awareness, psychic sensitivity, and spiritual connection. Now, because Pisces is a fellow water sign, many of you may feel more aligned with your higher self and inner guidance you've been given. At the same time, there are other planetary influences encouraging reflection and emotional healing and releasing what no longer serves you. So, if something in your life has felt unclear lately, this may be the week that it starts gaining some clarity around that. You may notice vivid dreams, intuitive nudges, and sudden realizations. A lot of emotional breakthroughs may happen, especially this weekend with Venus and Aries. Trust what you feel. Your intuition is one of your greatest strengths. Play into that, please. The emotional themes this week is, again, the strongest sign is for emotional clarity for the water signs. With that retrograde happening until May, end of May, something that may have been confusing, especially in relationships, is going to start making a lot more sense. Probably already has. So, invite involve friends, romantic relationships, partnerships, business relationships, or just your personal relationship you have with self. So some of you, this is just an easy conversation, just honesty could open up the door. For others, you realize that it's just run its course and there's nothing that left needs to be said. Remember, water signs often hold on to emotions longer than necessary because you care so deeply. But the universe is encouraging a gentle release and setting some emotional boundaries this week. So let go with compassion, not guilt. And so your career and life direction, professionally speaking, this week is less about rushing and more about listening to your internal compass. What do you really need to get that inner balance? Start questioning whether certain paths still align with the values that you're holding dear or that you built. And if you're feeling blocked creatively, let's get some more inspiration. Be out, and what do you normally do to gain that inspiration? Pay attention to any ideas that are going to appear, especially in the quiet moments you have, or any creative impulses that come through. So that's your little sign. So the universe really is encouraging all the water signs to follow what feels meaningful rather than what feels pressured. Slow progress made with intention is going to lead to stronger long term results. Now, in the relationship arena, again, this is emotionally intense for the water signs. It's not necessarily negative though. Instead, this is open for truths and vulnerability, opens you up for more. You can hold more. If you express how you really feel and how others maybe can express the same. For those in relationships, you may have more important conversation about future emotional needs or shared goals, which is great for long term. And for those who are single, you may enter your life, somebody may enter your life who maybe feels familiar, almost like you've known them before. But please remember, my water signs, you often see potential quickly. Okay, take your time before you're diving too deep into another pit. Let connections unfold naturally and spiritually and intuitive growth that comes as you get to know people around you. So, meditation, journaling, or spending time near water is really going to help center you and get you back to connecting with who you are. So, again, I know a lot of water signs are going to feel very sensitive right now to the energy that's surrounding you, but Ground yourself is going to be very important. Get out in nature, around water especially, and practice some grounding techniques. Listen to calm music, make some art, be art. Simply take time alone. Emotional depth is your gift, but very you need to work on protecting your energy. Period. Point blank. Stop letting people just anybody in because you see the potential in them and not who they really are. That's it. And so for the individual signs, Cancers, this week is going to highlight self-reflection and emotional balance for you. So you're someone who naturally cares for others, but the universe is asking you to make sure your own needs are being overlooked. Now, if they are, you need to focus in more on self. Because you've been giving more than receiving, this situation, this weekend is going to help you realize the imbalance leading into next week and give you stronger boundaries. So you're going to focus in on self, your dreams, your future, your long-term growth, personal growth. Trust in that. That's what you need to move the needle. And for my Scorpios, this week, the energy really supports your creativity and emotional expressions. Express yourself, be passionate and vulnerable. This is going to grow you further, okay? Especially in your personal relationships or even a project you feel really passionate about, okay? Your ruling energy really is going to thrive on moments of deep change this week, and that deep change can bring you a lot of opportunity if you're authentic. So don't be afraid to share your ideas or your emotions more openly because I know you can be a little closed off. So you might be surprised by how much support you have surrounding you that you don't even realize. And for the Pisces, this is your season. And so naturally the spotlight is on you. You may feel a strong pull to reinvent yourself. And it's just maybe some clarity around who you are already becoming. It's something about your identity and the direction you've been taking might shift a little bit more this week. You're releasing old labels, old expectations that no longer sit with you and who you're becoming. And your intuition is extremely strong right now, stronger than ever before. So if something feels right, trust it. And if something feels off, listen to it too. Your inner compass is guiding you toward a more authentic path. Now, some challenges to watch out for. While this energy is going to be largely supportive this week for the water signs, you should watch out for a few emotional pitfalls that may come from overthinking, just being emotionally overwhelmed about all that's been going on, or absorbing other people's stresses, which you do really well at. So if you notice yourself becoming drained, step back and recharge. Step back from people. Empathy does not mean carrying everyone else's emotional weight. Protect your peace. Stay isolated if those around you cannot control their own nervous system. That's going to lead you to some opportunities this week in the emotional and honesty, clarifying all your relationships around you. By listening to your intuition and honoring your feelings, you're going to unlock some new possibilities in those relationships or creative pursuits or just some spiritual growth or long-term direction you have already planned for your life. It's there waiting on the other side of your boundaries. So you can have some very, very powerful progress when you start protecting your space and your energy. So as this week unfolds, remember that your emotional depth is not your weakness, it is your superpower. Because my Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces all share the ability to sense what others cannot. And the universe is trusting you to trust that sensitivity rather than doubt it anymore. Let your intuition guide you. Let your heart reveal which needs healing in you and in those around you, and allow yourself to move forward with compassion but respect for yourself and your space. The answers you're searching for are right on the other side of those boundaries that you need to set. So thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you enjoyed this message and it resonated with you. If not, okay, that's fine. But if it did, thank you. Tune in next week at the beginning of every month. Join me, the cosmos and the universe, and let me impart some wisdom that will help guide you in the weeks and months ahead. and make your life a little bit easier. I'll see you later.